Go.
So let's see, at 8:33 this morning, we've been learning that energy prices set to rise by £96 a year. That's for around 11 million customers.
So that was announced about an hour and a half ago. Sarah, you've been looking into this morning.
Yes, and what we're talking about is standard tariffs for gas and electricity. They are going up, and as we've been saying throughout the programme, homeschooling, home working means we are all consuming more. So this news is very worrying for lots of households. Good morning, everyone. We've had confirmation that the energy price cap will be going up in April by £96 a year. The maximum charge will be set at just over £1,100 a year. Now, that means if you're on a standard or default tariff and you get your electricity and gas from the same supplier, your bills are about to go up. And this is for people who don't switch. So now could be the time to change supplier. So why is all this happening? Well, we spoke to the regulator earlier. They told us that wholesale costs of gas and electricity have gone up. Plus, more customers have fallen behind on their bills since the start of the pandemic, and companies are having to recoup some of those costs. Not everyone agrees, though. Octopus Energy supplies about 5% of the electricity market. Their founder said the cap rise will do more harm than good.
We need to keep that pressure on the incumbents so they can't get away with the kind of thing we're seeing today, which is, preemptively pushing for a rise in prices to pay for pandemic bad debt that we haven't seen yet. If companies, haven't seen it yet, then we shouldn't be taking it off customers. And if they're seeing bad debt levels at that kind of scale already, they're not doing a good job of helping customers through the pandemic.
Well, let's put some of those points to Audrey Gallagher from Energy UK. She represents some of those big suppliers. Good morning, Audrey.
Morning.
We've just heard there from Octopus Energy. Not all suppliers back this rise, do they?
No, they don't. It's a fiercely competitive energy market out there, and companies are picking up new customers. And really, as Octopus mentions there's a real challenge about ensuring that the suppliers are as efficient as possible.
2 million customers are already behind on their energy bills. Since the start of the pandemic, that number has rocketed. So this is the worst time, isn't it, to put up bills?
So there's never going to be a good time to put bills up, obviously, and this is particularly bad because we know it's a difficult time for people, not just increases in consumption that you've already mentioned, but the fact that we're seeing job losses. Everybody knows somebody that's struggling as a result of the pandemic. But I think I would hope that people could be reassured that this is being done because it's necessary. The regulator sets the price. It's a fair price for customers. It also ensures that companies can recoup their costs, which allows them to keep operating. So let's be clear, this is not about making profits and making more money. This is about allowing companies to continue to operate and supply us with gas and electricity.
You say it's not about making money, but energy companies posted big profits in 2019. You know that the majority continue to pay dividends to shareholders. Why can't they just absorb these extra costs from those bad debts instead of passing it on to customers?
So, well, I would probably dispute some of the facts in terms of retail suppliers. Very, very few companies make any profit at all, and it's down quite considerably, particularly since the price cap came in. But the way the cap's set, it's a fair price. It's set at a level that allows companies to make very, very little profit, and that's efficient companies. So if you're not an efficient company, you're going to make a loss. If, like Octopus, you're a very efficient company, then you can price cheaper. And that's a good thing for customers because it forces everybody in the market to become more efficient and to offer cheaper prices. So it's good for competition. But this cap, it's set by the regulator and it's set at a level that allows companies to recover costs, but crucially is a fair price for customers.
Audrey, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us. That's Audrey Gallagher from Energy UK. And the view now from the energy company, you've heard that, but we've got some energy saving tips for you now. You heard some earlier. Here are 3 ideas from the Energy Saving Trust. So, lots of us are working from home. That means lots more cups of tea. So only boil the water you need in the kettle. It could save you £6 a year. Now, do you leave the TV on standby? I know I do. Turning it off, though, completely, that could save you £30. And finally, batch cooking. Lots of the same things at the same time in the oven, then heating the individual portions in the microwave. It will save you more money than if you cooked each meal in the oven from scratch. So, Charlie and Naga, lots of little things that you can do to make a big, big difference. One other thing, shorter showers. If you are in the shower for a minute less, you could save £7 a year.
I'm guilty of taking long showers.
What's the average length of a shower, do you think?
I have no idea. But
What's the ideal length of a shower?
As long as you like, I think. But if you want...
Well, no, not if you're going to save money.
You want to save money, I think 1 minute shorter and you can save £7.
There we go.
Sarah, thanks.